The Lincoln Memorial Penny, first minted in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in United States history. The 1980 Lincoln Memorial Penny, while seemingly ordinary at first glance, holds a fascinating place in the broader narrative of American coinage. This essay explores the history, design, and interesting facts surrounding the 1980 Lincoln Memorial Penny, shedding light on its significance in the world of numismatics. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, marking the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original obverse featured a portrait of Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to depict a historical figure. The reverse initially showcased two wheat ears, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. However, in 1959, to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and the 50th anniversary of the Lincoln penny, the reverse was redesigned by Frank Gasparo to feature the Lincoln Memorial. This design remained in use until 2008, when the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth prompted a series of new reverse designs. The 1980 Lincoln Memorial Penny was minted during a period of economic transition in the United States. The late 1970s and early 1980s were marked by inflation, rising interest rates, and a shift in monetary policy. Despite these challenges, the penny remained a staple of everyday commerce, and the 1980 issue continued to be produced in large quantities by the U.S. Mint. The obverse of the 1980 Lincoln Memorial Penny retains Brenner's classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, which has remained largely unchanged since 1909. The inscription "In God We Trust" appears above Lincoln's head, while the words "Liberty" and the year 1980 are inscribed to the left and right, respectively. The mint mark, indicating where the coin was produced, e.g., D for Denver or S for San Francisco, is located below the date. The reverse features Gasparo's depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, a powerful symbol of American democracy and unity. The memorial is shown in intricate detail, with its columns and statue of Lincoln visible. The inscriptions "United States of America" and "1 cent" frame the design, while the motto "E pluribus unum," out of many one, appears above the memorial. For sharp-eyed collectors, a tiny figure of Lincoln can be seen seated within the memorial, a subtle but meaningful detail. In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced over 7 billion pennies across its 3 facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins for collectors, while Philadelphia and Denver focused on circulation strikes. Despite the high mintage, well-preserved examples of the 1980 penny can still be found. Like all Lincoln pennies minted between 1962 and 1982, the 1980 issue is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc. 5% zinc. This composition changed in 1982, when the rising cost of copper led the mint to switch to a zinc core with a copper plating. As a result, 1,980 pennies are among the last of the predominantly copper cents, adding to their appeal for some collectors. The 1980 penny is known for a few rare error varieties that are highly sought after by collectors. These include double dies, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. One notable error is the 1980D small date variety, which features a slightly smaller date font than the standard issue. These errors, while uncommon, add an element of intrigue to the 1980 penny. The Lincoln Memorial Penny serves as a tangible connection to American history and values. The depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse not only honors the 16th president, but also symbolizes the enduring principles of freedom and equality that he championed. For many, the penny is more than just a coin. It is a piece of the nation's heritage. While the 1980 Lincoln Memorial Penny is not considered rare, it remains a popular choice for collectors, particularly those assembling date and mint mark sets. High-grade examples, especially those with full details on Lincoln's memorial, can command a premium. Additionally, the 1980 proof pennies struck at the San Francisco Mint are prized for their mirror-like finish and sharp details. The 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny is a testament to the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the rich history of American coinage. While it may not be the rarest or most valuable coin, its historical significance, iconic design, and connection to a pivotal era in U.S. history make it a fascinating subject for collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Whether as a piece of pocket change or a cherished collectible, the 1980 Lincoln Memorial penny continues to hold a special place in the hearts of Americans and numismatists around the world. The most valuable 1980 cents are ranked MS-67, and their price is at least $300. One of these specimens reached $2,233 at heritage auctions. The 1981 Lincoln Memorial coin, part of the United States 1-cent series, is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. While it may seem like a simple penny at first glance, this coin carries with it a rich legacy, intriguing design elements, and a story that connects it to one of America's most revered presidents, Abraham Lincoln. This essay explores the history, design, and interesting facts surrounding the 1981 Lincoln Memorial coin. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature the likeness of a real person, breaking from the tradition of using allegorical figures like Lady Liberty. The obverse of the coin, designed by Victor David Brenner, has remained largely unchanged since its inception, featuring a profile of Lincoln. The reverse of the coin, however, has undergone several changes. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse featured 2 wheat stalks, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was redesigned by Frank Gasparo to feature the Lincoln Memorial. This design remained in use until 2008, making the 1981 Lincoln Memorial coin part of a long-standing tradition. The 1981 Lincoln Memorial coin is a testament to the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the values he represented. The obverse features Brenner's iconic portrait of Lincoln with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1981. The reverse showcases Gasparo's depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, a powerful symbol of unity and democracy. The Lincoln Memorial design is rich in symbolism. The memorial itself, located in Washington, D.C., is a tribute to Lincoln's leadership during the Civil War and his efforts to preserve the Union and abolish slavery. On the coin, the memorial is depicted in intricate detail, including the statue of Lincoln seated inside. Interestingly, if you look closely at the reverse of the coin with a magnifying glass, you can even see the tiny figure of Lincoln between the columns of the memorial. The 1981 Lincoln Memorial coin is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition was standard for pennies from 1962 to 1982. However, in 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-plated zinc composition due to rising copper costs, making the 1981 penny one of the last of its kind. Like many coins, the 1981 Lincoln Memorial series has its share of error coins, which are highly collectible. For example, some 1981 pennies were struck on planchets intended for dimes, resulting in a smaller, thicker coin. These errors are rare and can fetch a premium among collectors. The Lincoln penny is one of the most widely recognized and collected coins in the United States. Its longevity and connection to one of America's greatest presidents make it a symbol of national pride and historical continuity. Despite its face value of 1 cent, the 1981 Lincoln Memorial coin holds sentimental value for many Americans. It is a reminder of simpler times and a tangible link to the past. For collectors, it represents an accessible entry point into the world of numismatics. The 1981 Lincoln Memorial coin is more than just a piece of currency. It is a small but significant artifact of American history. Its design pays homage to Abraham Lincoln, a leader who shaped the nation during one of its most challenging periods. The coin's composition, mint marks, and potential errors add layers of intrigue for collectors and historians alike. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual observer, the 1981 Lincoln Memorial coin serves as a reminder of the enduring legacy of one of America's greatest presidents and the values he stood for. While some 1981 pennies might be worth a significant amount, a 1981 penny worth $35,000 is highly unlikely and likely a misinterpretation or exaggeration. A 1981 penny, especially if it's in good condition and has a mint mark, could be worth a few $100s, but not $35,000. The Lincoln Memorial penny, first minted in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the most iconic coins in American history. The 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny, in particular, holds a special place in numismatic circles due to its unique composition changes, historical context, and interesting varieties. The history, design, and fascinating facts surrounding the 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, making it the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. The obverse of the coin features a profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse originally depicted two wheat stalks, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959, to mark the sesquicentennial of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was redesigned by Frank Gasparro to feature the Lincoln Memorial, which remains the design to this day. The 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny is notable because it marks a significant transition in the coin's composition. Prior to 1982, pennies were made primarily of copper, 95% copper, 5% zinc. However, due to rising copper prices in the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint decided to change the composition of the penny to reduce production costs. Starting in 1982, pennies were minted with a zinc core, 97.5% zinc, and a thin copper plating, 2.5% copper. This change made the 1982 penny a unique year, as it was produced in both the older copper and newer zinc compositions. The 1982 penny is highly collectible because it exists in several varieties due to the composition change. These include copper, large date and small date. These pennies weigh 3.11 grams and are composed of 95% copper. Zinc, large date and small date. These pennies weigh 2.5 grams and are made of zinc with a copper coating. Collectors often seek out these varieties, especially the copper versions, which are rarer and more valuable. The 1982 penny was minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors, which are highly sought after. Additionally, errors such as double dies and off-center strikes are prized by collectors. One notable error is the 1982 D small date copper penny, which is extremely rare and can fetch thousands of dollars in auctions. The change in composition led to a noticeable difference in weight. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. This makes it easy for collectors to distinguish between the two types using a simple scale. The 1982 penny represents a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history. It reflects the economic challenges of the early 1980s, including inflation and the rising cost of raw materials. The shift to zinc was a cost-saving measure that allowed the mint to continue producing pennies at a fraction of the cost. The 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny is a favorite among collectors due to its transitional nature. Collectors often aim to acquire a complete set of 1982 pennies, including all date sizes, compositions, and mint marks. The copper pennies in particular are considered a bridge between the classic copper era and the modern zinc era. The 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny is more than just a piece of currency. It is a snapshot of American history and a testament to the adaptability of the U.S. Mint. Its dual composition, unique varieties, and historical context make it a fascinating subject for numismatists and history enthusiasts alike. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual observer, the 1982 penny offers a glimpse into the evolving story of American coinage and the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln. In conclusion, the 1982 Lincoln Memorial penny is a remarkable coin that bridges the gap between tradition and innovation. Its story is one of economic necessity, artistic design, and historical significance, making it a cherished piece of American numismatic history. The 1982 no mint mark, with bronze-copper composition and large date, can cost an average of $0.05 in circulated condition. In an uncirculated state, the coin's value can range from $6 to $16. But pieces in higher grades, MS 67 and above, can sell for as much as $135. A 1982 copper penny, specifically a small date, Denver Mint D coin, with a specific error, a dint mark below the date can be worth a significant amount, potentially over $10,000, and even exceeding $100,000 in some cases. The Lincoln Memorial Cent, first minted in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in United States history. The 1983 Lincoln Memorial Cent holds a fascinating place in the world of numismatics due to its historical context, design, and occasional minting errors that make certain variants highly sought after by collectors. The Lincoln Cent series began in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to depict a historical figure. The reverse originally showcased two wheat stalks, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959, to mark the sesquicentennial of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was redesigned by Frank Gasparo to feature the Lincoln Memorial, which remains the design on the 1983 cent. The 1983 Lincoln Memorial Cent was produced during a period of economic transition in the United States. The early 1980s were marked by inflation, which led to a significant increase in the cost of producing coins. This prompted the U.S. Mint to explore alternative materials to reduce production costs. While the 1983 cent was still made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, this would soon change. In 1982, the Mint began producing cents with a zinc core and a copper plating, a composition that continues to this day. However, some 1983 cents were mistakenly struck on the older copper planchets, making them rare and valuable. The obverse of the 1983 Lincoln Memorial Cent retains Brenner's classic portrait of Lincoln, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 1983. The reverse features Gasparo's depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, complete with intricate details such as the statue of Lincoln visible between the columns. The words, "United States of America," "A pluribus unum," and "1 cent" encircle the design. The Lincoln Memorial itself is a powerful symbol of unity and democracy, making the coin a small but meaningful tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. The inclusion of the memorial on the coin also reflects the nation's enduring reverence for Lincoln's legacy, particularly his role in preserving the Union and abolishing slavery. The 1983 Lincoln Memorial Cent was produced at 3 U.S. Mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver D, and San Francisco S. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins for collectors, which are distinguished by their mirror-like finish and sharp details. These proof coins are often packaged in sets and are highly prized by collectors. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1983 cent is the existence of rare varieties and errors. As mentioned earlier, some 1,983 cents were struck on the older copper planchets instead of the new zinc ones. These copper cents are significantly heavier, weighing approximately 3.1 grams compared to the standard 2.5 grams of the zinc cents. Finding a 1983 copper cent is a numismatic rarity, with some examples selling for thousands of dollars at auction. Another notable variety is the doubled die error, where the coin's design appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. While not as dramatic as the famous 1955 doubled die Lincoln cent, the 1983 doubled die varieties are still sought after by error collectors. For most people, the 1983 Lincoln Memorial Cent is a common coin that can still be found in circulation today. However, uncirculated examples, especially those with full mint luster, can fetch a small premium. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are more valuable, typically ranging from 5 to 0 and 5 to 10, depending on their condition. The true treasures among 1983 cents are the copper planchet errors and significant die varieties. These coins are rare and can command substantial prices. For example, a 1983 copper cent in uncirculated condition can sell for over $10,000, making it a holy grail for Lincoln cent collectors. The 1983 Lincoln Memorial Cent is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. While it may appear to be just another penny, its connection to the broader narrative of U.S. coinage, its symbolic design, and the rare errors that make certain examples highly valuable all contribute to its enduring appeal. For collectors, the 1983 cent represents both a piece of history and the thrill of the hunt for rare and unique specimens. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual observer, the 1983 Lincoln Memorial Cent is a reminder of the rich stories that even the smallest coins can tell. 1983 cents with no mint mark were struck at the U.S. Mint facilities in Philadelphia and West Point, while ones with the D mint mark were struck in Denver. Significant collector value shows up only at the top of the grading scale, with the NGC price guide listing a 1983 in NGC MS 68RD for $375 and a 1983D in NGC MS 68RD for $375, $215. The 1984 Lincoln Memorial Penny, first minted in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in United States history. The 1984 Lincoln Memorial Penny, while seemingly ordinary at first glance, holds a fascinating place in the history of American coinage. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original coin featured a bust of Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959, to mark the sesquicentennial of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design remained in use until 2008, when the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth prompted a series of new reverse designs. The 1984 Lincoln Memorial Penny was produced during a period of relative stability in U.S. coinage. By this time, the penny had become a staple of everyday commerce, and its design was familiar to millions of Americans. However, the 1984 penny is notable for several reasons, including its mintage figures, composition, and the historical context of its production. The obverse of the 1984 Lincoln Memorial penny features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, based on Brenner's original design. The inscription, "In God We Trust," appears above Lincoln's head, while the word "Liberty" is inscribed to the left. The year 1984 is prominently displayed to the right of Lincoln's profile. The reverse of the coin depicts the Lincoln Memorial, a powerful symbol of American democracy and unity. The memorial is shown in intricate detail with the statue of Lincoln visible between the columns. The inscriptions, "United States of America" and "1 cent" frame the design, while the motto, "E pluribus unum," out of many one, appears above the memorial. This design not only honors Lincoln but also serves as a reminder of the values he championed during his presidency. The 1984 Lincoln Memorial penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition that had been in use since 1962. Prior to that year, pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, 5% tin and zinc. The change in composition was driven by rising copper prices, which made it economically impractical to continue using the original alloy. In 1984, the United States Mint produced over 8 billion pennies, making it one of the highest mintage years in the history of the coin. These pennies were struck at 3 mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors, which are distinguished by their sharp details and mirror-like finish. Despite the high mintage figures, 1,984 Lincoln pennies in uncirculated or mint condition are relatively rare. Most pennies from this year were heavily circulated, making well-preserved examples sought after by collectors. Although the 1984 penny retained its traditional copper-zinc composition, the U.S. Mint was already exploring alternative materials due to rising production costs. In 1982, the Mint had briefly experimented with zinc-coated steel pennies, but the 1984 coins reverted to the standard alloy. Like many other years, the 1984 Lincoln penny has its share of error coins, which are highly prized by collectors. These include double dies, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. One notable variety is the 1984 double die obverse. The Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It is a cultural icon. The 1984 penny, with its enduring design, serves as a tangible connection to American history and the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. It is a reminder of Lincoln's role in preserving the Union and his enduring impact on the nation. The 1984 Lincoln Memorial penny may seem like a simple piece of currency, but it embodies a rich history and cultural significance. From its iconic design to its role in everyday commerce, this coin is a testament to the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the values he represented. For collectors and history enthusiasts alike, the 1984 penny is a fascinating piece of numismatic history, offering a glimpse into the past and a connection to the broader story of the United States. Whether found in pocket change or preserved in a collection, the 1984 Lincoln Memorial penny remains a cherished symbol of American heritage. These coins are generally worth more or less their face value, with circulated ones fetching between 5 cents and 10 cents. In mint state, a brown 1984 penny with a mint mark is worth about $8, but this price can shoot up to $600 for a gem-quality specimen. A red 1984, no mint mark penny is slightly more valuable, but these are typically uncirculated and can be sold for as much as $90 at grade MS-68. The most expensive 1984 red specimen penny was graded MS-69 and sold in 2023 for an impressive $9,250. The Lincoln Memorial penny, first minted in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in United States history. The 1985 Lincoln Memorial penny, while seemingly ordinary at first glance, holds a fascinating place in the broader narrative of American coinage. This essay explores the history, design, and interesting facts surrounding the 1985 Lincoln Memorial penny, shedding light on its significance in the world of numismatics. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, on the centennial of his birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original Lincoln wheat penny featured a bust of Lincoln on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse. In 1959, to mark the sesquicentennial of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to depict the Lincoln Memorial, created by Frank Gasparo. This design remained in circulation until 2008, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Bicentennial series. The 1985 Lincoln Memorial penny was part of this long-running series, minted during a period of relative stability in U.S. coinage. By the mid-1980s, the penny had become a staple of everyday commerce, though its purchasing power had significantly diminished compared to its early 20th century counterparts. The obverse of the 1985 Lincoln Memorial penny retains Brenner's original design, featuring a profile of Abraham Lincoln with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year of minting, 1985. The reverse, designed by Gasparo, showcases the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., with the words, "United States of America" and 1 cent prominently displayed. A subtle but notable detail is the tiny figure of Lincoln seated within the memorial, visible under magnification. The Lincoln Memorial design was chosen not only to honor Lincoln but also to symbolize his enduring legacy in American history. The memorial itself, dedicated in 1922, is a powerful representation of unity and democracy, making it a fitting choice for the penny. In 1985, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln Memorial pennies at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins for collectors, while Philadelphia and Denver focused on circulation strikes. Over 5 billion pennies were minted in 1985, making it one of the most common dates in the series. Despite its high mintage, the 1985 penny is not particularly valuable in circulated condition. However, uncirculated and proof specimens can hold some appeal for collectors, especially those in pristine condition or with unique errors. The 1985 penny, like all Lincoln pennies minted since 1982, is composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This change was made to reduce production costs, as the price of copper had risen significantly. Prior to 1982, pennies were made of 95% copper. While most 1985 pennies are common, error coins can be highly collectible. For example, some 1985 pennies exhibit doubling in the date or lettering, known as doubled die errors. These varieties are sought after by error coin enthusiasts. The Lincoln penny is one of the most recognizable coins in the world, and the 1985 issue is part of a series that has been in circulation for over 6 decades. Its enduring presence in American pockets and purses speaks to its cultural and historical importance. While the 1985 penny is not rare, it is often collected as part of a larger set, such as a complete Lincoln Memorial series, 1959-2008, or a year set of 1985 coins. Collectors also seek out rolls or bags of uncirculated pennies from specific mints. The Lincoln Memorial reverse design was retired in 2008 to make way for the Lincoln Bicentennial series, which featured 4 different reverse designs depicting stages of Lincoln's life. This change marked the end of an era for the iconic design, making the 1985 penny a part of its final chapter. The 1985 Lincoln Memorial penny may not be the rarest or most valuable coin in the world of numismatics, but it holds a special place in the history of U.S. coinage. As part of a series that has honored Abraham Lincoln for over a century, it serves as a tangible reminder of his enduring legacy and the democratic ideals he championed. Whether found in circulation or preserved in a collector's album, the 1985 penny is a small but significant piece of American history. Its story is a testament to the power of coinage to connect us to the past and inspire future generations. In 1985, D penny value at most grades, values are similar to the Philadelphia mintage. Brown and red and brown pennies are generally worth no more than a cent, and even red coins in mint condition start at around $1. At MS-65, a red 1985 Denver penny is worth around $10, and that rises to $50 at MS-68. The 1986 Lincoln Memorial coin is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, representing both the legacy of one of the nation's most revered presidents and the evolution of U.S. coinage. Struck in honor of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, this coin is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. The 1986 edition, while seemingly ordinary at first glance, holds a unique place in the broader context of American coinage and history. The Lincoln Cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature the likeness of a historical figure, breaking from the tradition of using allegorical representations like Lady Liberty. The obverse of the coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian-born sculptor, and it features a profile of Lincoln facing to the right. The reverse originally depicted two wheat ears, earning it the nickname Wheat Penny. In 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design remained in use until 2008, making the 1986 Lincoln Memorial coin part of a long-standing tradition of honoring Lincoln's legacy. The 1986 Lincoln Memorial coin retains the classic design elements of the series. The obverse features Brenner's iconic portrait of Lincoln, accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and "The Year of Minting," 1986. The reverse showcases Gasparo's depiction of the Lincoln Memorial, complete with intricate details such as the statue of Lincoln seated within the memorial. The words, "United States of America," "E pluribus unum," and "1 cent" are also inscribed on the reverse. One interesting detail about the Lincoln Memorial reverse is that if you look closely at the memorial building, you can see a tiny representation of Lincoln's statue seated inside. This level of detail is a testament to the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. The 1986 Lincoln Memorial coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition that had been in use since 1982, when the U.S. Mint transitioned from the 95% copper, 5% zinc composition, 5% tin, and zinc alloy used in previous years. This change was made due to the rising cost of copper, which had made the production of pennies more expensive than their face value. In 1986, the U.S. Mint produced over 4.4 billion Lincoln Memorial cents across its three mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. The San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors, which are distinguished by their sharp details and mirror-like finish. While the 1986 Lincoln Memorial coin is not considered rare, high-grade examples, especially proof coins, are sought after by collectors. Starting in 1980, the Philadelphia Mint began placing a P-Mint mark on all coins except the Lincoln Cent. This tradition continued until 2017, making the 1986 Lincoln Memorial coin one of the last issues from Philadelphia without a mint mark. The 1980s were a time of experimentation and change for the U.S. Mint. The 1986 Lincoln Memorial coin was struck during a period when the Mint was exploring new technologies and materials, paving the way for future innovations like the State Quarters program. While billions of 1986 Lincoln Memorial coins were produced, uncirculated and proof versions are highly collectible. Coins with full details on Lincoln's hair and the memorial steps are particularly prized. The Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse serves as a reminder of Lincoln's enduring impact on American history. The memorial itself, located in Washington, D.C., is a symbol of unity and freedom, themes that resonate deeply in the context of Lincoln's presidency. The Lincoln Cent series is one of the longest-running and most beloved coin series in U.S. history. The 1986 Lincoln Memorial coin, while not the most valuable or rare, is a testament to the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the artistry of U.S. coinage. It represents a bridge between the past and the present, connecting modern collectors and enthusiasts with the rich history of American currency. The 1986 Lincoln Memorial coin is more than just a piece of pocket change. It is a small but significant artifact that reflects the nation's history, values, and artistic achievements. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual collector, this coin serves as a reminder of the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint. What is the most valuable 1986 penny? To date, the most expensive 1986 Lincoln penny was struck in Denver and graded MS-69. This gem-quality, fully red memorial penny was sold for $7,840 in 2021 at an online auction. The Lincoln Memorial penny, first minted in 1959, is one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in United States history. The 1987 Lincoln Memorial penny, while not particularly rare or valuable in terms of monetary worth, holds a fascinating place in the broader narrative of American coinage. This explores the history, design, and interesting facts surrounding the 1987 Lincoln Memorial penny, shedding light on its significance in the world of numismatics. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The new design, created by Frank Gasparo, featured the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing Lincoln's enduring legacy as a unifying figure in American history. This design remained in use until 2008, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Bicentennial series. The 1987 Lincoln Memorial penny is part of this long-standing series. Like its predecessors, it features Brenner's iconic Lincoln profile on the obverse and Gasparo's Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition that remained consistent for most of the series until the introduction of zinc-plated steel pennies in 1982. In 1987, the U.S. Mint produced over 4.6 billion pennies across its 3 facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. The San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins for collectors, while Philadelphia and Denver focused on circulation strikes. The 1987 penny is not considered rare, as it was produced in large quantities, but it remains a popular collectible due to its place in the broader Lincoln penny series. One interesting aspect of the 1987 penny is the absence of significant varieties or errors. Unlike some other years in the series, such as the famous 1955 double die or the 1972 double die, the 1987 penny is relatively free from notable minting anomalies. This makes it a straightforward yet essential piece for collectors seeking to complete a set of Lincoln Memorial pennies. The obverse of the 1987 penny features Victor David Brenner's classic Lincoln profile, which has remained largely unchanged since 1909. The inscription, "In God We Trust," appears above Lincoln's head, while the word "Liberty" is inscribed to the left. The year 1987 is prominently displayed to the right of Lincoln's profile. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, depicts the Lincoln Memorial in intricate detail. The memorial is shown in a frontal view, with its columns and statue of Lincoln clearly visible. The inscriptions, "United States of America" and "1 cent" frame the design, while the motto, "A pluribus unum," appears above the memorial. For sharp-eyed collectors, the tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial can be seen, adding an extra layer of detail to the design. While the 1987 penny retains the 95% copper and 5% zinc composition. It is worth noting that this composition was phased out in 1982 due to rising copper prices. However, some pennies in 1982 and all pennies from 1983 onward were made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating. The 1987 penny, therefore, represents one of the last years in which the traditional copper composition was still in use for some coins. While the 1987 penny is not rare, it remains a popular collectible due to its place in the Lincoln Memorial series. Collectors often seek out coins in uncirculated or proof condition, as these examples showcase the full detail of Gasparo's design. Additionally, the 1987 S-proof penny, produced at the San Francisco Mint, is particularly prized by collectors for its sharp strikes and mirror-like finish. The Lincoln Memorial penny is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of American history and values. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, is revered for his leadership during the Civil War and his role in abolishing slavery. The Lincoln Memorial, depicted on the reverse of the coin, serves as a powerful reminder of his legacy and the enduring principles of unity and freedom. The 1987 Lincoln Memorial penny may not be the most valuable or rare coin in the world of numismatics, but it holds a special place in American history. As part of a series that has spanned over a century, it represents a connection to the past and a tribute to one of the nation's greatest leaders. Whether viewed as a piece of history, a work of art, or a collectible item, the 1987 Lincoln Memorial penny continues to captivate collectors and enthusiasts alike. Its enduring appeal lies not in its monetary value, but in the rich history and symbolism it embodies. In circulated condition, a brown 1987 D penny will fetch you between 5 cents and 10 cents. Uncirculated examples are also very affordable, so you can acquire an MS-66 specimen with only $5. Full red 1987 D pennies are equally affordable, with examples graded MS-67 fetching about $28. The Lincoln Memorial penny, first minted in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in United States history. The 1988 Lincoln Memorial penny, while not particularly rare or valuable in terms of monetary worth, holds a fascinating place in the broader narrative of American coinage. This essay explores the history, design, and interesting facts surrounding the 1988 Lincoln Memorial penny, shedding light on its significance in the world of numismatics. The 1988 Lincoln Memorial penny was produced during a period of relative stability in U.S. coinage. By this time, the penny was made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating, a composition change that had been implemented in 1982 to reduce production costs. Despite its commonality, the 1988 penny is a testament to the enduring legacy of Lincoln and the memorial design that graced the coin for nearly 50 years. The obverse of the 1988 Lincoln Memorial penny features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, based on Brenner's original design. The inscription, "In God We Trust," appears above Lincoln's head, while the words, "Liberty," and the year 1988 are inscribed to the left and right, respectively. The designer's initials, VDB, which were controversially removed and later reinstated on earlier Lincoln pennies, are subtly engraved on Lincoln's shoulder. The reverse of the coin depicts the Lincoln Memorial, a national monument in Washington, D.C., dedicated to the memory of the beloved president. The memorial is shown in intricate detail, with its iconic columns and the statue of Lincoln faintly visible inside. The words, United States of America and 1 cent frame the design, while the motto, E pluribus unum, is inscribed above the memorial. The design is a powerful symbol of Lincoln's enduring impact on the nation and his role in preserving the Union during the Civil War. In 1988, the U.S. Mint produced over 10 billion pennies across its 3 facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The San Francisco pennies were proof coins, primarily intended for collectors, while the Philadelphia and Denver coins were circulated widely. Despite the high mintage, the 1988 penny is not considered rare, but it remains a popular coin among collectors due to its historical significance. By 1988, the penny's composition had shifted from 95% copper and 5% zinc to 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This change was made to reduce production costs, as the price of copper had risen significantly. However, the copper-plated zinc pennies are less durable than their predecessors, often showing signs of wear and corrosion over time. While most 1988 pennies are common, error coins from this year can be highly sought after by collectors. Examples include double dies, off-center strikes, and repunched mint marks. These errors, though rare, add an element of intrigue to the 1988 penny and can significantly increase its value. The Lincoln Memorial penny is more than just a coin. It is a cultural artifact that reflects the nation's reverence for Abraham Lincoln. The memorial design, which appeared on the penny from 1959 to 2008, serves as a reminder of Lincoln's legacy and his contributions to American history. While the 1988 penny is not particularly valuable in circulated condition, uncirculated and proof versions can be worth more to collectors. The San Francisco proof coins, with their mirror-like finish and sharp details, are especially prized. Additionally, pennies with unique errors or unusual characteristics can fetch higher prices on the numismatic market. The 1988 Lincoln Memorial penny is a small but significant piece of American history. While it may not command high prices in the world of coin collecting, its design, symbolism, and connection to Abraham Lincoln make it a fascinating subject for numismatists and history enthusiasts alike. As a representation of Lincoln's enduring legacy and the nation's commitment to honoring its past, the 1988 penny serves as a reminder of the values and ideals that continue to shape the United States. Whether found in pocket change or carefully preserved in a collection, the 1988 Lincoln Memorial penny is a testament to the enduring power of coinage as a medium for storytelling and commemoration. No mint mark Lincoln cents in 1988 were struck in the Philadelphia Mint. The total mintage was 6,092,810,000 coins. Their current value in MS-60 to MS-62 rating is $0.1 to $0.5, but they are not much costlier even in higher grades. The most valuable 1988 red penny is an MS-68 rating and is worth $260. The 1989 Lincoln Memorial penny is part of this long-standing tradition, featuring the familiar design that remained in circulation for decades. While it may seem like an ordinary coin, the 1989 penny has some interesting aspects worth exploring, including its composition, mintages, errors, and historical context. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure's portrait, breaking tradition from previous designs that depicted Lady Liberty. The original wheat penny, 1909 to 1958, was designed by Victor D. Brenner. In 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, The reverse was redesigned by Frank Gasparo to feature the Lincoln Memorial, which remained in use until 2008, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Bicentennial Series. The obverse of the coin is Abraham Lincoln's profile with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1989. The reverse of the coin is Lincoln Memorial with "United States of America," 1 cent, and "E Pluribus Unum." 95% copper until mid-1982, but 1989 pennies are 97.5% zinc, with a 2.5% copper plating due to rising metal costs. Over 12.6 billion pennies were struck in 1989, making it one of the most common dates. Despite this, some varieties and errors can be valuable. Some 1989 pennies exhibit double die obverse errors, where the design appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment in the die striking process. These can be worth 5 to 10 and 5 to 50 plus, depending on condition. Unlike the 1982 D small date or 1983 doubled die, the 1989 penny doesn't have a major rare variety. However, collectors should look for off-center strikes, die cracks, or cuds repunched mint marks, RPMs. The 1989 S proof penny was struck in higher quality for collectors and can be found in mint sets. These are worth 1 to 5 in pristine condition. The 1989 penny marks the end of the 1980s before minor design refinements in the 1990s. The 1989 Lincoln Memorial penny may not be the rarest or most valuable coin, but it holds a place in numismatic history as part of America's longest-running coin series. While most are only worth 1 cent, error coins and high-grade specimens can still attract collector interest. Whether you're a casual coin enthusiast or a serious collector, checking your pocket change for potential 1989 penny errors could turn up a hidden treasure. The 1989 cents are coins made of zinc alloy, but some pieces from Denver were minted on the copper plancher. Mint workers quickly noticed their mistake, and only a few such pieces ended up in circulation. Such a rare and valuable specimen can cost $3,500 to $7,500.